Okay, so our first problem is in fact going to deal with a non-ideal op-amp. And so we have an op-amp with an open loop gain of 10 to the 6. So A equals 10 to the 6. And remember, you wanted that to be really big, so a million is good. VCC is 12. And we have an inverting input voltage, so the inverting means negative. So Vn equals negative 20 microvolts, so times 10 to the negative 6 volts, and a non-inverting input voltage of 10 microvolts. So that's Vp equals 10 times 10 to the negative 6 volts. And what we know is that Vo equals A times Vp minus Vn. So again, so this is a non-ideal op-amp. We're looking for the output voltage. So Vout equals 10 to the 6, and 10 times 10 to the negative 6 minus this was not, it's just Vn, it's not negative. So Vn is 20 microvolts, but it didn't say negative 20 volts. So minus 20 times 10 to the negative 6 volts, or Vout equals 10 to the 6 times minus 10 times 10 to the negative 6 volts, or Vout equals minus 10 volts. Now, whenever you're doing one of these problems that has a non-ideal op-amp, what you want to do is you want to make sure is this number in between plus or minus 12, because Vout needs to be between plus or minus 12, because Vout has to be between plus or minus VCC. And it is, so good. So, any questions? Okay, you're all talking at once, so I can't tell you, I can't figure out who to answer. All right, y'all ready to go on? All right, so we have another problem on non-ideal op-amps. What is the output voltage for an op-amp whose non-inverting input is connected to ground? Okay, so that means non-inverting, that's Vp, equals 0. And its inverting input voltage is 4 millivolts. So Vn is 4 times 10 to the negative 3 volts. Assume that the op-amp open loop gain, A, is 2 times 10 to the 5th. And that its supply voltage, VCC, is 10 volts. And it wants to know what is the output voltage. So we know that VO, V output, equals A, Vp minus Vn, or VO equals 2 times 10 to the 5th times 0 minus 4 times 10 to the negative 3rd. VO equals 2 times 10 to the 5th, negative 4 times 10 to the negative 3rd is negative 8 times 10 squared is negative 800. Okay, so that negative 800 is not between plus or minus 10. And so that means that our output voltage, we're on the negative side, so it'll be negative, but it'll just be negative 10. That's as small as you can get, is negative 10. Okay, any questions on that?